Mariam Alavi Nassab brought her two daughters to Canada from Iran 7 years ago. She bought a home near York Mills in Leslie, which she gutted and redesigned herself. But last Wednesday, her dream home became the scene of a traumatic home invasion, a real-life nightmare she won't soon forget.
Our neighbors to the north are ass backwards when it comes to the individual right of self-defense. Welcome to another installment of Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification of multifaceted gun training. You can reach us 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. Like channel, like content, what I do here, you can support me with the link. Everything's appreciated. Online store is open. CGB20 will get you 20% off free shipping. Connecticut residents, you got to pay the sales tax. I have no say, but CGB20 can get you 20% off. Let's talk about this. And I bounced across this. It was just randomly going through YouTube. And of course, this is one of those stories they're not going to make public, but it looks like it's going to go viral. As in Toronto, up there in Canada, a woman had a home invasion and it was absolutely terrifying. Now, they always tell you, make sure you have cameras and dogs and alarm systems and all this other stuff. And you don't need a gun because, all this other stuff will help you. This woman had an alarm system because we have video. She has a camera system. And yet, these what apparently to be three scumbags got into her home and literally terrorized her. It was her and her two daughters. And thank God that they were focused on just robbery and they left, because this could have been an ugly story. And of course, the police in Canada tell you, if they break into your home, they're just after your key fob.
There's also updated advice for all vehicle owners, a message echoed by Toronto police speaking at an Etobicoke safety meeting last month. Constable Marco Ricciardi had a new message for vehicle owners who keep their fobs in Faraday pouches.
To prevent the possibility of being attacked in your home, leave your fobs at your front door, because they're breaking into your home to steal your car. They don't want anything else. A lot of them that they're arresting have guns on them, and they're not toy guns, they're real guns. They're loaded.
Well, somebody's going to have to explain that to this woman, because in the story, you're going to hear it. She offered them her car. They basically ignored that and left. But this could have gotten ugly fast. Let's get some details.
I can't live here anymore.
It was 3:40 a.m. when four masked suspects got in through her back patio doors. They went upstairs and into her 12-year-old daughter's bedroom, where Alavi Nassab was asleep next to her child on a mattress on the floor.
I remember that somebody, put the gun on my neck and asked me, where is the safe? Two men came to my daughter's room. It was the scariest moment.
Where is it? Alavi Nassab says given English is not her first language, she was confused. She eventually understood and told them there was no safe. But not believing her, they took her into her closet, which had already been ransacked. Then down to the main floor and to the garage, looking for a safe. The chaos all captured on video surveillance.
But they couldn't believe me, and they keep hitting me with the gun and, hurt me and, asking me where is the safe.
After 6 minutes inside, the intruders suddenly left, making off with handbags, jewelry, and money. They did not take their Range Rover, despite the fact Alavi Nassab says she offered them the keys.
Heard that and you saw that. This woman's going to have to move because she has no recourse. It's not like she's in the United States and, I can go purchase a gun and maybe some security and protect myself. No, you don't have that option in Canada. You cannot use a firearm for self-defense in the country. Period. You are defenseless. You are defenseless. It's unbelievable. And a part of this story, and you heard it there briefly, is that one of her daughters got on the phone to 911, and it took them, she says 4 minutes to actually answer the phone. She was on hold.
She then learned her 18-year-old daughter, who had been pretending to sleep, had called 911 while the thieves were downstairs.
She went to her bathroom and locked the door and called 911. But she said that she stays in the line nobody answered the phone.
For how long?
4 to 5 minutes, or maybe 3 to 4 minutes. I don't remember exactly, but
She was on hold.
she was on hold. No one picked up the phone.
4 minutes is a lifetime in that situation. 4 minutes, a whole lot can happen. But apparently, the police department issued a statement on this because this is going viral now. They're talking about it now because they're being called out. And they said this.
In a statement to Global News, Toronto police say the 911 caller was answered after being in the queue for exactly 2 minutes. Officers were immediately dispatched and arrived 5 minutes later. Police say victim services was offered, and investigators will be following up with the family to ensure they have the support they need.
Well, I want to see the 911 transcripts. I want to see the tapes with the date, timestamps, and everything. I want to see it all. Because this is disgraceful. 2 minutes is a lifetime in that situation. This woman had a gun to her throat. They were dragging her around half-dressed, demanding that she give up a safe, which she said was not in the house. They targeted her, and she is still going to be a target because they haven't caught up with these idiots. And they can come back. And now they know the facts. It's her and her 2 daughters. There's nobody else in the home. That could have been ugly on a level we couldn't even start to imagine. But that's Canada. And this is not the first time. There's another case, once again, in Lindsay, Ontario, where a man broke into another man's house. That man confronted him. Allegedly, he picked up a knife to defend himself against this home invader. Both parties got arrested. The man actually, who was defending himself in his home, got aggravated assault charges put on him, and he's going to trial over it. Can you believe that? It's raised a big stink in the country, but the governing bodies don't give a damn. The crown, it's, Parliament, it's a crown. We say what you're going to do. That's all there is to it. They give the illusion of choice by voting for their president, but in reality, it's a parliamentary system, and the people are screwed when it comes to this issue. It's absolutely disgraceful, and my heart goes out to this woman because that could have gotten bad in a way you can't even start to imagine. I recommend, she says, she can't live there anymore at that house, which I agree with her, because now she's a target, because they can come back. I would tell her to come to the States. Come to the States, exercise your Second Amendment rights, and at least you will have some advantage, some edge if it were to happen again. Because we've had plenty of cases of home invasions where the homeowner definitely got the upper hand. And depending on what state you're in, let's be clear about that, you're good to go. Some states are messed up. Washington State probably being one of the biggest ones. A few others, New York, the typical liberal bastions. But you'd have a chance to defend yourself. I'm happy in one sense that it didn't end up being tragic, because it could have very quickly in many different ways. I'm also very unhappy that once again, the Canadian parliamentary government is dictating to you how you can defend yourself. It's a God-given right to self-defense. We don't need the government dictating that to us. But Democrats here in this country would love nothing more than to have that kind of system. They would love it. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.